Good afternoon, everybody. Today is September 1st, 2025. It's Labor Day, so happy Labor Day to everybody out there. It is 2:30 in the afternoon right now. I was going to smoke a pork butt today, but I had some other stuff there, and I really couldn't. It's about a 6-hour smoke, and just the way things worked out today. I did smoke about 2 dozen wings yesterday, and I think they're almost gone now. So tried out a few new flavors. Wasn't really too crazy about any of them, but never know till you try. Anyway, guys, happy Labor Day to everybody out there. Yeah, and if you're off today, congratulations. And if you have to work today, that's part of life. I've had several jobs I've had to work at, and I'd do it again if I had to. But anyway, that's not what this video is about today. Like I said, today is September 1st. This coming weekend, the 6th and the 7th, I believe it is our youth day for squirrel season. And then the following weekend, next weekend, not the one coming up, but the following weekend, is our West Virginia squirrel season for anybody. And you can squirrel hunt 7 days a week, daylight to dark, and our season goes out February 28th, 29th, wherever last day in February is this year, or I guess next year. So it's in for about 6 months, and I used to do a lot more squirrel hunting, and like a lot of people, that's the first thing I really started out hunting with squirrels. Tried rabbit hunting a few times, me and my buddy. We didn't have a dog, we'd just walk around fields, try to kick them up, or old brush piles. Never had much luck. We did trap a few, never much luck hunting them. But anyway, I've kind of really gotten out of squirrel hunting the last several years, for whatever reason. It's probably been, I'd say the last time I really had a really good year of squirrel hunting, and I'm going to say probably 7, 8, 9 years ago, maybe longer than that. I don't know, when bow season comes in, I get my bow in my hand, man. It's the only thing I want to do. But anyway, I guess the older I've been getting, last year I went a few more times than I normally do, and something I've really been trying to get back into. I guess something you do when you get older. It's funny how life circles back around. Anyway, today, the main reason I'm making this video today, got some papers here to make sure they don't blow away, is I got a new product in the mail. And I'll go ahead and say right now, and I've heard this saying my whole life, and I guess depending on where you grew up, I don't know if this is a regional thing or what, but there's more than one way to skin a cat. And that also, it just means there's more than one way to get something done. And there's more than one way to skin a squirrel. And I've seen a ton of videos on it. And this is called a RUNNER Squirrel Skinner. I've actually got it upside down. RUNNER Squirrel Skinner. And I have actually, to be honest with you, I don't even remember just a one-piece aluminum. And honestly, I don't remember where I originally seen this thing at years ago. It was probably about 2 years ago. That thing popped up, and I was like, well, that's kind of neat. Like I said, I really didn't squirrel hunt much of the time. I probably didn't go at all that year. And so I remember last year I took my bow on opening day, and I went a few times after that. I think I might have killed one squirrel last year, I think. Maybe, I don't even know, I forgot that. And I've tried to self-film my squirrel hunts a little bit too, which is a little bit challenging because I don't use a GoPro. I just use my little camera here. And I'm going to do it again this year. So probably not taking a bow the first day, probably take a shotgun the first day, and we'll see how that goes. I think I'm going to go to the same spot I went to last year, because I actually seen several squirrels, just didn't get a shot with my bow. But anyway, if you Google this thing, they really don't have a website. If you Google RUNNER Squirrel Skinner, there's a couple different things pop up. The one I ordered from, it popped up again. It's called Okie Doggy Supply, or Okie Doggy Supply is what popped up. And there's another page popped up with this one that didn't pop up. I ordered this thing last Saturday. It come in this Saturday, and it come from Oklahoma, so it took a week to get here. And shipping and everything was like $40. I think it's like $31, $32. They advertise a large or a small, but I went to order it. The large is the only side they had. I don't know what the difference is. I think it was like $8 in the price maybe. But large is the only option it gave me, and it was like $31. It was like $40 shipping and handling and everything. It comes from Oklahoma. It comes from regular mail. So if you have a post office box or wherever, it might be something you ought to look for. And but I looked at another one a while ago. It was similar to this, but it didn't have the tops on the side. But it had two little. These were more or less on the side and had slots to them where you could run a ratchet strap through it. I guess take it out in the woods if you want to use it when you go hunting. I'm going to put it on my skin a tree. Well, I've got my hoist and stuff where I do all my skin on my deer. I process all my deer. So I'm going to put it right there. But anyway, guys, this one's got a nice little place right here to hold your knife when you skin your squirrel. It's got it's got 3 holes on the top, 3 holes on the bottom. You can bolt it to a tree. And basically, not sure, it don't come with any instructions. Not really sure what that one right there is for, but if you watch the video, actually it is upside down, I think, yeah. Okay, I'm not sure what that part is on the bottom. I thought it was to hold your knife, but there's nothing on top. But anyway, this is the way it goes, all the videos I've seen. Like I said, they don't have a website. You just punch it in, and a couple different manufacturers or people come up to sell this thing. Like I said, there's a couple different versions of it online, but this is the one that popped up. This is the one I've ordered. This is the one I've seen the most. And there's a lot of videos on it. Today's not squirrel season, so I can't do a video on actually using it today. But it's something for you to look forward to. I thought I'd do a quick little video. But anyway, the squirrel's head goes in here, and maybe it is upside down. I'm doing a terrible video on a product that I've never used yet. Anyway, maybe the head does go in there. Anyway, one way or another, the head goes in, and the feet go in here, and whichever way, we'll figure it out. If you can probably pull up a video and watch it, see how it's used before then. But I'll definitely, first chance I get to use this, hopefully not next Saturday, because I don't have anybody to take out on YouTube, but following Saturday, hopefully we'll do a little video when I get home. Get me a few squirrels and I'll do a video on this. We'll figure out which way it goes. Sorry about that. Looks like an idiot trying to do a product. And I just really took this out of the box a couple hours ago. Got it in the mail Saturday. Actually, I took it out of the box yesterday. And I keep today's Sunday because I'm off. But anyway, guys, this is the RUNNER Squirrel Skinner. Like I said, there's 100 different ways to skin a squirrel. And I watch videos on several of them. You know, one of my methods that I usually do is like, and it's part of this one too, cut it right behind the tail split, stand on tiny legs and pull it up. I either end up ripping the squirrel in two, or tearing the tail off, or ripping meat, or the hide comes half off. I'm terrible with that method. I am absolutely terrible. The squirrel just pops out, and I end up popping myself in the nose when I'm pulling up on it too hard. The squirrel pops out from underneath my feet when I'm holding on it. Yeah, I've had different ways of squinting squirrels. You know, I've cut them down the middle of the back, and went down that way. I did that a lot when I was younger. I've seen people use paracord, just put little loops on the back of their legs, and throw it over a boulder or something, or a board hanging off your wall, or skin off your barn hanging out that way. Anyway, whatever the case may be. So anyway, this is only the first part of this video. I bought my shotgun up here. I don't have it with. It's the same shotgun I got from turkey season. Stevens 301 and 20 gauge. Got a scope on it. Unfortunately, I didn't get to use it during turkey season. Never even saw a gobbler. I ended up hearing 2 on the first day, and I think later that week I heard 2 up here. Never laid eyes on any of them. Anyway, I've got a couple Pepsi cans here. Used Pepsi cans. I'm going to go hang on a couple of these lower hanging trees and get back and shoot. About the body size of a squirrel you're probably going to be shooting at. Still got the full choke in my gun. I don't have a different choke, but I did pick up some small game loads. This is 20 gauge. It's number 6 shot, 7/8 ounce, 2 3/4 inch. Pretty basic small game loads. But I do have some old turkey targets. My wife got me several years ago. I got a buttload of these things still. So I've laid a water bottle down on the ground on these. I got 4 of these. I laid a water bottle down, and I'm gonna go. I got a piece of cardboard. I'm gonna put these on a tree down here. Same tree I shoot my gun at when I shoot my sighted in for the turkey shells I had. But don't make fun of my drawings here. I mean, you can if you want. I don't care. I won't laugh at them. My wife's already laughed at them. Forgot to draw a face on this one, but anyway, I laid a water bottle down, and right where the cap area is, I traced around it. I figured it would be about the size of a squirrel probably. So the only time I remember taking an art class, I think I was in 8th or 9th grade. Middle school back then, went to 9th grade. It was 7th, 8th, 9th, and I think 8th and 9th grade I might have took art, and not cause it 1, 2, not cause it was an easy class, because we had a hard art teacher. So that's almost say about that. So as you can tell, I paid more attention to the teacher than I did in art class. So forgot to draw a face on this little fella, and this one here, I don't know what kind of face you want to call that. Goat face. It's goat squirrel, I guess. And this one right here, it was one of my better attempts. check out the face on him. He's a little happy, not for right now. And then here's my favorite one. My wife wouldn't comment on this one. She said, he looks mad. Well, I guess you're getting ready to get shot in the face. You're going to look mad too. So anyway, Miss Taylor, if you're still around, I know these pictures aren't very good for art school, but it's been a long time. But anyway, the only reason I took the class because she was so hot. Anyway, guys, I don't know. I'm probably not going to film any shooting anything. I'm just going to shoot, just a few rounds here. I'm going to shoot a different distance as these. And I'm going to put these Pepsi cans up in some of these trees up here. And I'll turn the video back on and finish up the video in a little bit. Y'all can laugh at my pictures, I don't care. Hey guys, I'm back. I'll do the pop cans first. Yeah, I did the pop cans first. How you can see, how you can see a bunch of holes in this thing. I shot this at about 20 yards or so. I reached up, there's a little tree over here. I reached up as high as I can and got a limb and put this on the end of it. So it was about, I don't know, probably about 6.5 foot up a tree, I guess, on the end of a limb. I was back about 20 yards and shot it. They did a pretty good job on that one. And then this one, don't have as much shot in it, but I laid it on a big log whenever, I'd say probably 25, 26 yards, maybe a little bit further. Laid it down the log like that and shot it, so I hit it. So both of them have been squirrels. I think they've been plenty of shots. Now, as for my fabulous artwork, my scope is actually off just a little bit. The last time I shot this thing, just a few days before our spring gobbler season coming in, where I had decided into my TSS. Like I said, now I'm shooting to 2 3/4 inch, number 6 shot, 7/8 ounce load. And all my targets I hung up, I had a piece of cardboard and I hung them all up like this, like simulating the squirrel on the side of the tree. And let's put a little bit of Pepsi on that one. This is the first one. This was at about 20 yards directly in front of it. You can see I only got a few BBs in it, but that would probably been enough to kill a squirrel. And then the second shot, I backed up off to the right of the target. I was still about 22 yards or so and shot this one. And it looks almost identical, shot but just a little bit lower. But on these two though, with a piece of cardboard, I noticed most of my shot was off to the right. So I made a little bit of adjustment and I got back at about 30 yards and shot this one. Maybe between 25 and 30 yards and shot this one. And I made an adjustment and it did come over a little bit. It was still just a shade high and a shade to the right a little more than I wanted. But it definitely come over a little bit more. So then I adjusted to the right a little bit more. And I went just a little bit too far. Most of the shots on this side, because they weren't all hanging like this. So, like I said, the first shot was right here. I just made some adjustments. So I think I come down and went over a little bit too far. So I adjusted back again before I shot the pop cans, but I think I'm pretty good now. Anyway, like I said, if y'all didn't see my video of my this gun before the turkey season come in this past year, back in April. Here's the Stevens 301 and a 20 gauge. Got a, I think it's a 4-power, 4x12, 4 power. I can't remember what power this is. It's a shotgun scope. It's a True Glow. It's actually made for shotguns. I got it in here, got it so I can get a more out. And had it sighting in pretty good with TSS, but the shot here was just a little bit off. Got the same choke. I've still got a choke to come with it. It's a extra full choke, and like I said, it did a pretty good pattern once. And within about 25 yards, I think it's a pretty good pattern. It'll kill a squirrel. And so, like I said, yeah, more than one way to skin a squirrel. Yeah, maybe some people might be laughing at me for spending $40 on something that one I probably really didn't need. But like I said, just one of those items that caught my eye a couple years ago, and I'm just thinking, I'm not that good of a squirrel skinner. I guess maybe because I ain't had a whole lot of practice, but hopefully this year, and hopefully many years to come, I'm really gonna get back into doing some squirrel hunting. And but be honest with you, last couple of years I've noticed I've not really seen the amount of squirrels that I used to when I bow hunt. I mean, there's still some spots you do. I guess predation is just getting them just like everything else. Between the coyotes and hawks. Matter of fact, I think it was like 2 years ago. I was on a piece of public land. I watched a hawk after a damn little squirrel, and I think I'm on third or fourth trip. He finally got it. The squirrel didn't look like very old, but the hawk didn't look very big either. But I think finally on the last try, he finally got it. And every time I tried to get my camera turned on, the squirrel would get loose and the hawk would fly off. I never did really get any good footage of it, but it was a pretty cool thing to watch. But anyway, like I said, I definitely want to try this out. If you're interested in one or something like this, like I said, I have no association with it, just something that I've run across a couple years ago and finally decided to pull the trigger on one. Just look up RUNNER SQUIRREL SKINNER. And like I said, just different 2 or 3 manufacturers will pop up with 2 or 3 different designs. They're all about the same price from what I can tell. So anyway, guys, like I said, next time you see this video, hopefully here in about 2 weeks, and I will watch a video because the videos I watched, this wasn't on there. And so we'll watch a video on this thing, see which way it actually goes. I'm pretty sure it goes this way. I'm almost positive it goes this way with the hole up top. So anyway, I'll go home and look at it and try it out, and hopefully here in a couple weeks I get to try it. And guys, ready for squirrel season starts. That bow season's coming in. So, and I did finally. Well, my youngest son ordered me a new camera arm for my birthday. It's been on back order forever, and we didn't get the order until last week. It finally got back in stock. So, guys, be looking for a video on that. Hey guys, I'm back. My camera died up there. I didn't realize how low my battery was when my camera died. I was doing that video up on top of the hill up there. But back down at my house right now, and I got this thing screwed onto this big old maple tree here, and I'll turn around and show you. I was just saying at the end of the video when it died that I had a new 4th era camera arm coming in for hunting this year, and it's a lot smaller and lighter than one I've got. So I'll do a side-by-side comparison, and when that thing comes in, hopefully it'll be shipped here in the next day or 2. I'll get it in hopefully this week. So anyway, guys, right here I got it mounted up, and I looked at the video again. Like I said, I'm not sure what that hole is. I thought it was a knife holder, but most people just lay their knives inside there when they're not using it. But this is the way it gets mounted. So I got 2 big screws here, 2 big screws here. After squirrel season goes down, I'll take it down. I won't leave it out here all winter. Like I said, I do have it up this big old maple tree, and I've got my deer hoist here. This is where I hang on my deer. I got a board up there with a winch, and I get a pulley system up there, and right here is my where I hook him up to and pull him up, so I can get him pretty up high up, and the neighbor's dogs can get to it. And anyway, I guess it'll be my skinning tree. Right here's where my Red Runner skin squirrel comes from. So yeah, like I said, if you're interested in it, just Google Red Runner skin squirrel, and like I said, there's a couple different ones that'll pop up on different websites you can order from. So guys, hopefully the next time you see this thing, I'll have some squirrel hanging in there, show you how this thing works.